about the notch grass applicator, which I mentioned in my last video I bought last week. Well, I'll just do a little demo with it, but to be fair, I'll do a demo with the sieve as well. That's the cheap one, costs about £15 to £20. The other, well, you can pay up to 140 for that. I got it quite a bit cheaper actually, but you just have to shop online for the cheapest price. But I'll show you how I've gone on with it. It does come with a nozzle that's for doing the smaller areas. You screw onto the bottom, and like for tight little small areas you can use that. Then there's the normal sieves. You've got two sizes, one for the longer grass, bigger grass obviously, and that's for the shorter grass. But anyway, I'll load it up and just show you how I've gone on. To start with, well, it's always best to paint your board first, obviously green for the grass, and then put your grounding pin in. But if you're running near your track, you can just put this grounding pin, attach it to your track, and it acts just as well. Well, I've loaded this with the 2.5mm grass, which is obviously a short one, and I'll just show you now. And we'll put some longer grass on afterwards. That's all you do. Switch on, shake it all about, backwards and forwards. And as you can see, even though it's short grass, it stands up quite well. But I'm going to be fair, I'm going to compare it with the other one alongside. So just hold on a minute. So now this is the one to say. You can buy them on eBay, a lot of places, £15 to £25. Except for what they are, they're very good. What you see when I finish. There's a lump drop down there. Again, it's just shaking it. I must admit the other one's a lot easier to use. Oops, you see, this is trouble. I've gone over the top. I put too much in there. You probably see it better than what I can now. The camera's once dropping down a little bit. I think that's a better angle. As you can see, there's not a lot of difference, is there? That one on the right is with a notch, and this one on the left is with this cheap one. The only thing with this cheap one is you're alright with small grass up to say 6mm, but if you go for the really longer grass, it won't do it. So we'll just go on to the longer grass now. Whilst that PVA is still wet, I'm going to go over with the long grass now. I think probably you're better off letting that dry and then redoing it with PVA, but let's see what happens now anyway. This is the 12mm grass. I say always do your short grass first and then do the longer on top of it. It's sticking quite well, is that there? I think probably we are better though if we'd let that dry and then just done another coat of PVA on top and then done with this. As you see with this, it's a very simple way of doing it. Unfortunately with that T-strainer one, if you get too much grass on the inside, it comes over the top as you're doing it. Right, well, you've got a good idea now, and that's the short grass there, which I did with the T-strainer one. But as I say, it works quite well, as I say, with that short grass. But this is definitely one you want for longer grass. I've got some 6mm grass, which is even better really. I think this is a bit too long. It's more for 4 gauge really, is this. Then to finish off, what you need to do is just put your vac on. I'm not sure whether it say it helps it stand up better, but I don't know, it was sort of alright as it was before. And then the thing you can finish off with is put some hairspray on to make it, when it's all dried, of course that'll stand solid then. It's a cheap hairspray I use, one from a famous name, but there you have it. In my opinion, yeah, it's very good, but at that price it wants to be. There is some cheaper ones on the market, I know, but I thought blow it, spent some of my Christmas money. This is an area I did earlier on this week with that 12mm grass. It's all dried as that now, and then there's some more over the back there. As you can see, it's come out well now and it's all dried out. I'm quite happy with that. Another handy piece that it was Jim at Overmotion that put me onto this. Many of you will have seen it probably. It's a loco lift, I think they're about £10–11. But what you do is you just place it on your track as such, and then you just run your loco into it, or onto it. Stop it just in time, just a bit too far. You get the idea anyway. And then of course you can just lift it up off the track. I've bought two actually, but you could buy 2 or 3, buy as many as you want. And then you can just stack them on top. They're meant for stacking, so you can stack 4 or 5 locos in one area. Then handy little piece. Thanks for that, Jim. I know you've shown it, but no harm in showing it again. I've taken the side panel off so as you could see it actually in the cradle. And I say, if you want it, and then you just, if I was over the other side with it, bring it over, put it down there, and then just back it out. There's a handy little piece. And there we go. They're just side panels on these, you can just take them out, put them back in. It helps if they're being stacked somewhere, helps keep the dust off a bit. You see what I mean? And that's your cradle, or loco lift as people call it.